Hey, this is Ebony, and I wanted to do a video about my experiences with the It Works greens. Just as a disclaimer, I am an It Works distributor, but I still wanted to talk to you about the greens. I was introduced to the product about a year ago when I became a distributor, and that was my first time hearing about the greens products. Prior to that, I really wasn't into supplements. My lifestyle, as far as my eating habits and my diet, they weren't the healthiest. So this was the farthest thing from my mind prior to being introduced to the business. So when I became a distributor, one of the biggest challenges that I had in my day-to-day life was my lack of energy. I was one of those people where I needed 2 to 3 cups of coffee before noon just to make it to noon. And when I say cups of coffee, what I really mean is a cup of sugar with a little bit of coffee added into it for coloring. But I had this caffeine and this sugar addiction that was incredibly unhealthy. It was not good for my body. It wasn't good for my belly. If you've seen my wraps before and after pictures, you know my belly was out of control. And I'm sure a lot of that was due to the amount of sugar that I was having on a daily basis, along with my coffee. So one of the very first things that I knew I needed to do was to kick that habit, but I just didn't know how because I didn't have the energy to make it through a work day. And that's when I started to read other distributors' testimonials about the greens, and I decided to give it a try. So with my first shipment of greens, I decided I was going to give it a week and see how I felt after that, if I really was going to notice a difference in my body. So every day before I got to work, usually on my way to work, I would take a little packet of greens and I would put it in my orange juice or my grapefruit juice and I would drink it. And literally by the end of that first week, not only did I notice the difference in my energy levels and in my body, but everyone around me noticed how much more energy I had. In fact, some of my coworkers joked that I wasn't yawning, and I didn't seem like I was falling asleep at my desk, and I wanted to know what was it that I was doing differently. And truly, it was the greens, because I had completely cut out the coffee, the caffeine, and I replaced all of that with just one packet of the greens. And not only did I have more energy, and this is, TMI, but I was a lot more regular as well, if you know what I mean. So the greens product, although most people, when they hear It Works Global, the company or the product that they are most familiar with is obviously the wraps. But when you talk to distributors, when you talk to people who have been customers for a long time, the greens is by far the most popular. So I have made the greens a part of my daily routine, my daily regimen. My body feels different to me when I go, too long without having my greens. So I'm constantly reordering boxes because it's made just that much of a difference in my life. Like I said, I have way more energy. I've been able to cut out the need for caffeine completely. Don't get me wrong. I love a latte, specifically the caramel flan latte from Starbucks, and I was so upset when I found out it was another seasonal product. That's a little sidebar tangent. But my whole point is, I still have a latte every now and again, but it's more or less for taste, and because I like it, not because I need it. That's what I was dealing with before. So let's talk about greens. So what is it? Greens, I'm going to read this to you right from the product guide because I want to make sure I get the wording absolutely right. But a serving of greens, and in this case, I use the greens on the go. A serving of greens is going to provide you with 8 servings of fruits and vegetables and a blend of 38 herbs and nutrient-rich superfoods. Greens provides naturally occurring vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and enzymes to give your already well-balanced diet a nutritional boost. So that's directly from the product guide. I didn't want to get it wrong or say anything out of place, but I can attest to the fact that it will do exactly what it says it does. That's one thing I love about all the It Works products, but especially this little packet of goodness here. I have these stashed all over the place. They're in my car, they're in my purse, they're in my baby's diaper bag. I don't give it to my baby, but there's some in my baby's diaper bag, so I always have some. I have some in my desk. These are all over the place. My husband keeps a box at his job, so we don't leave home without our greens. But it comes in a powdered form. It comes in 2 flavors. This is the berry. My preference is actually orange, believe it or not. The berry is very sweet, naturally sweet. It has very, very little sugar content. I want to say like 2 milligrams of natural sugar. But the berries, just because of the flavor, it is naturally sweet. So anyways, some people prefer it in water. I am one of those people. I prefer to have it in orange juice. I found that when I tried it in just water, it has a very herbal or herbaceous taste to it, which makes sense because it is a blend of 38 herbs and superfoods. But the herbiness was overpowering for me when it was just in water. So you just put it in your drink, shake it, and you go. This is berry and grapefruit juice. What I usually recommend to my customers who try the greens, or for people who I give green samples to, is that before they try it in water, they put it in a juice, just because that's how I like it. What else can I say about the greens? Well, like I said in the beginning, greens is one of those products that once you try it, especially once if you buy a packet, the Greens on the Go box, which is 30 of these to get you through a month. At the end of that month, you'll decide that this is going to be a staple in your diet. That's how it worked out for me. All right, so again, it comes in 2 flavors, orange and berry, and it comes in 3 different sizes. You have your smaller container, you have your Greens on the Go, which is these little packets, and then you have your value size pack, which I believe has like a 90-day supply in it. But absolutely worth the cost. It's something that we have several boxes of. We order several boxes every single month, and I love the product just that much. So of all of the It Works products, even if I never use another wrap, I will continue to use the It Works greens, among some other things, but also the It Works greens. Absolute favorite. So that is all I have to say about that. Oh, also, you can put it in your smoothies. Sometimes we add these to our green smoothies or our fruit smoothies as well. So they're really good that way too. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. You can find the link to order or the link to my website in the information box below.